Pharaoh Set-Ra demands 200 bales of wheat for taxes, no less.
What about my family? They will starve. Oh, we don't even have enough for this tax levy.
Then, as decreed by Set-Ra, you shall be treated as all others who do not wish to pay their share.
Legend says that long before the Great Pyramid of Pharaoh Khufu and the Step Pyramid of Pharaoh Djoser, a cruel pharaoh named Set-Ra ruled Egypt. He taxed his subjects of all they had, and if they didn't pay, they would be disposed of. He hoarded all the treasure of Egypt, and kept it in his own private throne room.
It is not enough. I must have more.
He felt that everything in the known world belonged to him, so he made plans for world domination. Set-Ra instructed his sorcerers to make him 6 treasures that would enable him to become unstoppable. With these 6 treasures, Set-Ra believed he could now rule the world. During the night, the peasants raided the palace to put an end to his tyrannical reign.
Guards! Seize them! Guards!
The rebellious peasants locked Set-Ra and all of his loyal guards into his own pyramid, where they were intended to spend all eternity.
At least give me dignity. Give me my gold.
You want your gold?
The pharaoh was condemned to spend all eternity in his pyramid, while his 6 magical treasures were scattered across the land.
Son of it, Morab,
However, a spell was placed on the pharaoh. Now, thousands of years later, the pharaoh will rise again to reclaim his power.
Those Turks might catch us.
Just watch my back. With any luck, who knows if one of them is going to suddenly jump out and put a bayonet through my back. Ooh.
Now look what you've done.
Prophets Jake and Mac, secure the wells. We cannot let them fall to the enemy.
Oh, this is too easy.
I know. That's what scares me.
If you want this, well, you're gonna have to go through us.
Well, there goes our weapons.
At least my pistol's okay.
Jake, where are you going?
I wonder where this leads. Looks like a man-made passage. What is this place?
Jake, you might want to look at this. I found something. Wow.
Amazing. I wonder what this is doing down here.
I don't know. We should take it back to camp.
I think we should go this way.
What does this day have against me?
Time to make scrambled scarab. Bourgeois, it got wet.
You sure you want to go up there? Did you forget about the Turks?
Do we have a choice?
Where did you two run off to?
Sorry, sir. We were ambushed, so we had to take cover in this well.
In the well, you say? Well, you better be thankful that we've taken the city. You could have trapped yourself and Mac down there, with no way to escape.
Yes, sir. We are definitely grateful, sir.
Well, carry on then.
Jake, why didn't you tell me about the crystal?
As we were running for our lives, I realized I'd never felt so energized. This crystal here is only the beginning.
What do you mean?
You could say this crystal spoke to me. After the war, we're gonna travel around the world, see amazing sights, and seek lost treasures.
Are you sure about this?
Absolutely. We will make a name for ourselves. Our faces will be in the papers.
Give me a pint. I need a tip of you.
Did you see who is coming here today?
Jake Rage? Oh, yes. He's that swell chap who recently discovered some Egyptian legend of sorts.
You're yapping about the Heart of Osiris.
So, you're every bit the man the newspaper makes you out to be.
Go chase yourself. They don't call me hard-boiled Jake Rains for nothing. So, why have you called me?
Do you have that item with you now?
Yeah, it's the real McCoy. And it's not for sale.
Don't worry. I don't want to buy it. The crystal you have is far too important.
Oh yeah?
Legend tells of 6 ancient treasures lost in Egypt. The crystal you have is one of them. I found this map in the early days of my archaeological scholarship while digging in North Karnak. It came with a prophecy of the return of the little-known pharaoh, Amset-Wa, and the curse that he will unleash.
Bonus balonus. The only curses I know have 4 letters.
Where are your manners? Never mind. Anyway, it has taken me many years to decipher the exact time of his return. I have been unable to decipher the coordinates, and that is where your crystal comes in. If you could tell me where exactly you found the crystal, I will be able to determine the locale of the other 5 artifacts.
Pipe down. You're telling me that this map will lead you to a legendary treasure? And with my help, you'll be able to find it? What's in this for me?
As I mentioned earlier, I've deciphered the exact time Amsat-Wa will return and unleash his curse. And if my calculations are correct, we have no time to lose. He should be rising in a week from Tuesday.
Tell it to Sweeney. I don't believe in curses. I only believe in money and treasure.
Oh. So you're telling me that you found that crystal, a giant scour, but didn't try to stop you?
How did you know?
It's all right here.
Sorry about my rudeness. While this does sound like a splendid adventure, you are absolutely right. There is something to this prophecy stuff, and that there is no time to lose. My fellas, Helena and Mac and I, would love to help you stop Amsat-Ra.
Your friend?
They're part of my treasure hunting team. Mac has been with me from the beginning.
Can we trust them?
I'd trust them with my life. So, where will we meet you?
First, you need to tell me the exact spot you found the crystal, so I can start my calculation.
How do I know you won't go after the other treasures without us?
I will need your help. If any of these guardians are the least bit menacing as portrayed on the map.
Good point. We found the crystal in a well in the central courtyard of Beersheba.
Very good. We can meet at my camp just south of Giza at noon tomorrow. Will that be a problem?
No problem. See you there.
I better get started if I'm going to get done in time.
I see you've met Mac and Helena.
Yes. Mac was just filling me in on the day you found the crystal. Quite exciting. Helena was just about to tell me how you two met.
We used to be rivals until we got caught in a treasure cave down in Zanzibar. We worked together to get out, and we've been friends ever since.
Now that we're all here, let's get down to business. Legend says that Amsat-Ra will rise in little over a week, so we don't have a moment to lose.
You don't actually believe in that baloney, do you?
You wouldn't believe some of the stuff I've seen.
What I believe is that there is always a reason behind everything, no matter how unbelievable.
Be that as it may, we only have about a week, so to save time we'll split up. Mac and Jake will go to the shrine and get the golden staff, and Helena and I will go to this isolated Cobra shrine and get the golden scalp shield.
How will we know the shrine when we find it?
I have estimated the coordinates for you, and the shrine will look like a jackal upon a pedestal. This map shows what the staff looks like.
Got it.
Jake, did you bring the crystal?
Yes, I got it right here.
You might want to leave it here. We have no idea what we might encounter.
Not gonna happen. It's my good luck charm.
I think Archibald has a point. If this is real, you don't want to lose it.
Here, drop it in this drawer. I'll lock it and you can have the key.
Fine. But I'm doing this against my better judgment.
This can't be safe.
Hey, this shouldn't be too hard. Go to the shrine, get the staff, beat it back to camp, just like old times. What could possibly happen?
Looks like we found the shrine. And some, shrine enthusiasts.
Maybe Archibald wasn't so off his nuts on that whole curse after all.
Looks like it's time for a race.
You think this is where it's supposed to be? Oh, right. Where do you think it is?
It can't be the mummies. They're behind us.
Start searching. I can't believe I'm saying this. After that mummy. Bourgeois, a pistol's no use.
Maybe I should give him a taste of his own medicine. Start tossing scorpions at him.
Not on your bus.
Easy peasy.
Attaboy.
I think it's time to get out of this scorpion-infested tomb.
Helena, look! It's the golden scarab shield.
But how are we going to get to it?
Good question. Let's investigate the shrine further.
Rob Knas at Tan Rock Pop Da Ados Yab.
What is he saying?
I think he's uttering an ancient incarnation. He's walking up the Cobra statue.
Get down!
Do we have any ideas how to get rid of this thing?
I have some dynamite. Correction. I had some dynamite.
Watch out! Wait, look at its face.
Yes, and it sees us and wants to bump us off. Look out! I see where you're going with this. I'll see if I can get it to bash its head into the shrine. Oh, yeah. I forgot about him. That wasn't so bad.
Yes, but how do we get back to camp?
Well, that was a nice coincidence.
We did well today. Between the golden crystal Jake and Mac found years ago in Bathsheba, and the treasures we found today, we are clearly on our way to defying the curse. Let's get some rest and regroup in the morning.
You know, looking back to yesterday, it wasn't too bad acquiring those 2 treasures. We've been in worse situations.
So true.
We're halfway there. This is going to be easier than I thought.
Not so fast. I did some calculations last night, and I have some bad news. I unfortunately misread this parchment. In actuality, we only have hours until Amsetwa returns.
Good thing you caught that. Otherwise, we could have lost the world.
Helena, now's not the time to joke around. We get the last 3 treasures, we save the world, we go home.
What changed your mind about the curse?
You should have seen all the mummies that were chasing us.
Yeah, let's just say you wouldn't believe some of the stuff we've seen. Now let's stop bullying and save the world.
I'm afraid it's not that easy. I believe the mummies that Mac described are after the treasures in full force, and they may very well be on their way to the last 2 as we speak.
But I thought we still need 3 treasures.
Yes, but Amsetwa already has one of them, the Golden Nemes, with him in his tomb. With it, he can control the other 5 treasures and conquer the world. So we have no time to lose. Jacob Mack will take the biplane to this obelisk, where the soul diamond is located, while Helena and I take the hot rod to the Sphinx for the golden sword. Any questions?
Why does the Sphinx have a jackal head? Sphinxes have human heads.
I think that's irrelevant. As long as the treasure is still there, you could have a lion's head for all I care.
But that would just make it a lion.
Pipe down. If we argue about what head is on the Sphinx, we won't have a world left to be in. Let's ankle out.
I just remembered something. One of the locals told me that he saw a flying mummy a few days ago.
What? What'd he say?
I think I heard some piffle about flying mummies, but that can't be right.
I don't know. Those mummies I saw earlier looked pretty alive to me.
I know, but seeing a flyboy mummy is just as likely as the stock market crashing by the end of the decade. Bees knees, this is going to be easier than I thought.
I guess this doesn't bode well for the stock market.
Hop down. I'll get us through this.
We've got some on our trail!
No problem.
Jake? I think we need to get the treasure.
Right on cue. Mac, get the collection arm extended.
Just when I thought things couldn't get worse.
Hang on. I've got another plan that archaeologists are gonna hate. I didn't think I'd ever say this, but I absolutely hate flying mummies.
Yeah, if we didn't have such a short time frame for our task, I'd say I'd seen enough mummies for today. Did you get the soul diamond?
It's right here. Gotta get it back to Professor Hale.
But how do we get back?
I have an idea. There soon enough.
Considering my luck, that was kinda expected.
At least we found something. Can you feel what it is?
Well, we're not at camp, that's for sure. I tripped over a stone block.
So, where are we?
Well, we did get somewhere.
Do you think Archibald and Helena already got the treasure here?
I doubt it. This thing hasn't been touched in years. Until I tripped over it right now, of course.
Hey, I thought you two were flying the obelisk. What happened to the plane?
Crash landing in a sandstorm?
We'll brief about your problems later. Right now, we have to get the treasure out of here.
No problem. Throw me some sticks. We'll blow this place sky high.
How dare you! What do you think you are? An archaeologist or a treasure hunter?
Treasure hunter. Now for the sticks.
Jake, maybe you should listen to Archibald this time. We have pickaxes that we could use instead.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get out the pickaxes.
You shouldn't tell them about the obelisk.
Bee's knees. That was easy.
Yeah, too easy. I think there's something fishy here.
If you want something fishy, head down to the Nile. This treasure's been handed to us on a silver platter.
Jake does have a point. There aren't even any mummies.
Whoa! First a giant scarab, then living and flying mummies. Now this? I don't know what to believe.
Brace yourselves. You never know what is going to happen next.
I think I know, and it's not good.
How are we gonna stop this thing?
I have an idea. Run away! Everyone get in!
Now we're all balled up. What now?
Don't worry. Back us a plan. You do have a plan, right?
We're running away, right?
He's talking about the Sphinx, you imbecile.
Well, we could.
Enough with this charade.
Watch where you're going, Huck.
Danger? Quicksand?
Now that really gives me a sinking feeling.
Pipe down. As long as we're going this fast, we won't sink.
Yeah, good thing we're not as heavy as he is.
That's it! Right that way, and we'll trap the Sphinx in the quicksand.
Are you nuts? We'll sink!
No. Then I battled that 6-round Cyclops with only 6 bullets, a real panicky and clean. That was scary. This is our ticket to living to see tomorrow.
And there won't be a tomorrow. If Amset Wa has his way, you have to do it.
Helena, your plan worked!
Of course.
We need to get back to my tent, so we can make plans to stop Amset Wa at last. All my work on the story of Amset Wa ruined.
And how? Where did you keep it?
My suitcase. Thank goodness.
Who could have possibly done this?
All of this old stuff is still here.
Good. It wasn't bandits. They wouldn't have left all those artifacts.
What about the treasures? Are they fine?
They're not here.
That can only mean one thing.
I knew my crystal wouldn't be safe here. If you would let me hold on to it, Hale.
Jake, this is not the time to throw around attacks.
You're right. Mac, grab the old Chicago typewriter.
Never mind.
Everyone, get in that truck. It's our only vehicle that has enough fuel to get us to the pyramid. Which is,
I know how to get there.
Wait, should we be taking the treasures with us? You did see what just happened.
You have a point, but I don't want them out of our sight.
How about if I stay here and guard them?
We need to do something. The end of the world isn't going to wait.
Alright then. Helena, you stay here. Let's be careful. Let's go.
Well, we're here. Let's get moving before that thing comes to life.
Ah, I see you have come to believing in this curse.
Well, that kind of happens after seeing giant scarabs, living mummies and statues, and flying mummies.
Speaking of flying mummies!
They've got Mac!
At least they don't have all of the treasures.
Earful with you. We have to save Mac. I'm really starting to get sick of this.
You and me both.
Ankle it to the door, now!
What are you doing? Have you gone mad?
Who hasn't?
Fascinating. The entire construction record of this building, all in one room.
Archie, we've got a world to save.
Hold on. There may be something in here that will help.
Yeah, like a secret door.
My, you're an interesting chap. Where did you come from? Oh my.
Did you find a way in? Because Amset Ra's not gonna wait around for you to finish your research.
It's worse than that. Jake, grab a torch. We need to go in.
But where? There's no way in. I think we found a way in. Okay, now we can get to your beeswax from upstairs. Business. Now what did you find?
Well, there was an image of a strange figure that was illuminated by the night sky. The space alien.
Seriously? I've seen a lot today, but space aliens on tomb walls?
Next to the picture, it said its name was Hypaxis 8. and aided Amset-Wa in securing his rule over Egypt. After that, it said that Hypaxis 8 would return Amset-Wa's signal to help him regain his role once again.
You slay me. The fate of the modern world is on the balance, and you're telling me Fonus Balonus about an alien invasion? No more fooling around. We have to get Mac back. What is this?
Must be connected to the Hypaxis 8 story. I wonder if it tells the future.
Perhaps. I don't recognize anyone here. Do you?
Never seen anyone like this in any textbook.
Help! I'm down here.
That's Mac. We've got to save him.
Wait! This find might be crucial for our future.
That's what coming back tomorrow is for. If there is a tomorrow.
Disobedient scum. You have no right to intrude on my eternal reign.
What on earth? Why is Helena here?
Shh! You'll get Amset-Wa's attention.
Too late. For someone who died thousands of years ago, before the Middle Ages even began, he's pretty fluent in English.
Silence, worm!
I'm so sorry I let you down. Right after you left, a bunch of flying mummies nabbed me and the treasures.
I said silence!
Fonus Balonus. There is no magic, is there? Your so-called magic treasure are just weapons created using alien technology. Not knowing any better, your subjects believed in the magic. But times has changed. Your reign is about to end again.
How dare you disgrace the great and powerful Amset-Ra? Your pathetic mission is over. I've sent my signal beacon, and Hypaxis 8 will come to my aid.
Yes, you may have signaled him to come, but when will the signal get there?
You dare question my authority?
The universe is a vast thing. In fact, the nearest star is over 5 million light years away. If you want Hypaxis 8's help, you'll need to wait another 200 years.
Impossible. I've waited long enough. I can do this myself. How dare you!
This is the second time I've nabbed this sword. Beat it.
Amset, you fella. Thousands of years locked up must have made you lonely. Let me put a little bang into your life.
He has no life! He's dead!
Excuse me. I mean afterlife.
I believe that belongs to me.
No, worm. They are all mine.
I don't know. You lost those treasures pretty easily. You mustn't care about them that much.
Silence! Defile my reign.
Hurry! The sarcophagus is the only thing that will hold him.
You will not defeat me! I will not!
Amset-Ra won't be waking up again anytime soon.
I was a little concerned about how this would turn out. But even I'm surprised that we made it.
But what about all these artifacts and that, alien piffle?
I don't think we need to worry about space aliens. As for everything in here, there is only one place fitting for it.
You may have ruled Egypt with an iron fist and, supposedly, come back from the grave. But here you are, just a lifeless mummy who will never harm anyone again. Hello?
Where are you? You were supposed to be down here an hour ago.
I'm sorry, but I got detained with some paperwork. I'll have to call you back.
What is happening? What is happening?
I think the apocalypse is upon us.
You have no right to intrude on my itinerary.